They might not have sold a ton of records, but their influence is undeniable.
So you think you're in the middle of the ocean, stranded on an island of your own.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underground music groups.
After all, that's what you're looking for.
For this list, we've narrowed it down to bands who may have a cult following and are adored by critics, but haven't necessarily had much mainstream success. They either have a non-commercial aesthetic, or their music was never considered for the masses. And despite music industry changes due to the internet, they've still managed to maintain their underground cred. They could have also made their name either by being on an independent or major record label.
Push the little daisies and make them come up. Push the little daisies and make them come up.
Number 10, Fugazi. One of post-hardcore's most seminal acts, this Washington, D.C. group has built up a reputation that's influenced an entire generation of bands from punk and post-hardcore circles. They've also produced songs like Waiting Room, which still sound amazing today. That said, their highest charting album was 1995's Red Medicine, which peaked at number 126 on the Billboard 200, though it did reach the top 20 in the UK. Frontman Ian MacKaye is also known for being the frontman of 80s hardcore punk act Minor Threat. Number 9, Belle and Sebastian. They're one of the most influential groups of the indie pop genre, and in their home country of Scotland.
Now he's throwing discus for Liverpool and witness.
And they were also referenced in the rom-com 500 Days of Summer.
Got to see you on my side, the house is not thinking right today. Got no energy.
But even though albums like If You're Feeling Sinister and The Boy with the Arab Strap are loved by indie fans the world over, Belle and Sebastian haven't had an equal amount of commercial success since becoming active in 1996.
We need to talk. Step into my office, baby.
They've spent their career on multiple indie labels such as Matador and Rough Trade Records.
Every moment that will get you by, and it's gonna cause a crisis, might just lose a little faith. I've been feeling weird, get over it.
Number 8, Dinosaur Jr.
Can I wander free, gone over it?
Known for their heavy use of feedback and classic rock influences as part of their unique blend of noise rock. This band is still touring and making records to this day.
Watch the corners, watch me, 'cause I know what you've done.
They've managed to overcome lineup changes and being signed to mostly indie labels like SST, Fat Possum, and Jaguar to earn some success on alternative radio.
I've been on the fence, now it's making sense, I see.
For example, their 1994 single Feel the Pain peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart.
I feel the pain of everyone. Then I feel nothing.
Today, the original lineup, which had a major impact on the 90s alt-rock scene, continues to earn rave reviews. 7. Guided by Voices.
I am a scientist, I seek to understand me, all of my impurities and evils yet unknown.
Backed by a revolving door of other musicians, lead singer Robert Pollard and company have been making albums full of songs clocking in at 2 minutes or less since the band's formation in 1983.
We need some help from the cutout winch.
As well as their reunion in 2010. Guided by Voices helped pioneer the lo-fi subgenre of indie rock by incorporating diverse genres into their sound. However, none of their albums made it near the Billboard 200 until 2001's Isolation Drills, which merely cracked the chart at number 168. Number 6. Neutral Milk Hotel. Their second album, In the Aeroplane Over the Sea, is often cited in indie circles as one of the genre's best, and the band's presence on Merge Records prompted Arcade Fire to sign to that label.
This weight has been placed upon you, and everything we ever want.
However, their lo-fi, lyrically complex tunes, complete with Jeff Mangum's loud singing voice, never resulted in massive commercial success during their heyday. Eventually, Mangum tired of the road and of doing interviews, and Neutral Milk Hotel broke up. The indie rockers reunited in 2013, but they're still relatively under the radar by mainstream standards.
But now most of all, I am holding you under my skin.
Number 5. Husker Du. This band first started playing hardcore punk before making the jump into more alternative territory.
Well, could you be the one they talk about? Well, hiding inside behind another door. Well, is it only happiness you want? Just wanting a feeling better anymore.
Active between 1979 and 1988, none of Husker Du's albums made it higher than number 117 on the Billboard 200 chart.
It makes no sense at all.
Even though their sound proved to be a huge influence on bands like the Pixies and Nirvana. Although Bob Mould and Grant Hart reunited briefly for a benefit concert in 2004, the group itself remains disbanded. Number 4. The Replacements.
It's a temporary lull, while my board right out of my skull.
It'd be fair to say that bands like Nirvana, Green Day, and the Goo Goo Dolls wouldn't exist without these guys.
They take one step and miss the whole first run. Dreams unfulfilled, graduate unskilled.
Known for their crazy drunken live shows and open and personal lyrics, the sound that the Replacements made their trademark in the 80s also influenced many other alternative bands as well.
If it's just a game, then we'll hold hands just the same. So what? We're bleeding, but we ain't cut.
But despite the fact that they still tour and play huge festivals following their 2012 reunion, only their 1989 single, I'll Be You, made it onto the Billboard Hot 100.
You leave me for a while. You leave me for a while. And I'll be here.
Number 3. Ween. Known just as much for their experimental tendencies and unusual but humorous style as they are for their cult fan base, this band never really hit it big on the charts.
When you laugh, kiss your baby, bye, bye, bye.
And yet they were signed to major label Elektra Records in the 90s, made music for SpongeBob SquarePants, and appeared on South Park.
Push the little daisies and make them come up. Push the little daisies and make them come up.
Both Gene and Dean Ween called it quits in 2012, so that Gene could focus his attention on a solo career. Number 2. Sonic Youth. Before Nirvana came along and caused artists like Daniel Johnston to make the switch to a major record label, this band was the first to take that chance and signed to Geffen Records in 1990 with Goo.
Teenage riot in a public station, gonna fight and tear it up in a hibernation for you.
Since then, they've only had 2 albums crack the top 40 on the Billboard 200 chart. Although Sonic Youth made a name for themselves with their do-it-yourself ethic and noise rock sound, and are often cited as a major influence by later rock bands,
Satan got her tongue, now it's undone.
they've been on indefinite hiatus since 2011, thanks to Thurston Moore and Kim Gordon's breakup. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Well, we used to without a plan. We could play a Stone song sitting on fans. Like a heartbeat, like a heartbeat, like a heartbeat, and it's so beats, like a heartbeat. We haven't been that close to the wall.
Number 1. Pavement.
I could bend my tongue outwards, leave your lungs hurt.
You can't really make a list like this without at least including these guys somewhere, and we put them at the top.
And they're coming to the chorus now. I keep my address to yourself, 'cause we need secrets, back right now.
Why? Even though their albums didn't chart very high, Pavement still gained a massive cult following
If I could settle down.
through critically acclaimed records like Slanted and Enchanted and Crooked Rain, Crooked Rain.
And that's a pretty nice haircut. Charge her like a puzzle. Hitmen wearing muzzles. Hesitate to die. Look around. The second drummer drowned.
They initially stayed away from touring and doing interviews, and remained on indie labels during their active years.
A shady lane. Everybody wants one. A shady lane. Everybody needs one.
Often considered one of the 90s greatest indie and underground bands, Pavement also briefly reunited in 2010. Do you agree with our list? Which underground band is your all-time favorite?
Your head's always up in the clouds, writing your songs. Won't you ever come down?
With new and entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.